Hello YouTube. So as promised, here is my review of Crusader miniatures, World War II Germans, specifically their early war Germans. I think they have three different German lines. They have early war, a winter and greatcoat line, and then a they don't use the word SS. They use some other word, but they're essentially early war SS, Waffen SS, or the SSVT guys. So in front of you, I kind of showed these off on what I was working at. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to base these guys. I have, these are 40 mils, these are 60 mils. They don't really want to fit. They kind of fit, like he fits good. But the guy with the 5cm mortar, he's just like, kind of like hanging over slightly. So I don't know how much of a big deal that is to me or not. If it is, I'll probably just put them on these super cheap Warlord ones that comes with all their bolt action shit for the medium machine guns and mortars, and put them on there like that. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because I like how Tabletop CP, he's like one of the best bolt action channels in the States, the best in my opinion, and how he bases a lot of his light machine gun teams and weapons teams, such as light mortars, anti-tank rifles, is that he puts them on a base, like a 40 mil round base, and it'll have two standing figures on there. So that's kind of like the direction I'm wanting to go in. I don't want a bunch of single individual guys on single stands if they're a team weapon, so that way they're easily they can be easily grouped and moved together. So personal preference. But anyways, back to the review. So yeah, these are the guys. You get two teams, two-man teams in this pack. I think I got them on eBay from a vendor, from an actual retailer, for about $8 or $9 I want to say, and free shipping. Sculpts are very good. Let me see here if I can't yeah, like this guy is just, he's pretty crisp. See there, he has as equipped, fully equipped, entrenching tool, bayonet, bread bag, canteen, Kar 98. Just a tiny bit of flashing there on the Kar 98. Nothing too serious. And that is really it for the flashing on him. I mean, it's a pretty clean model. 5cm mortar, you know, there's detail on that. Hard piece to do. And then his assistant gunner, he has the A-frame assault kit with the Zeltbahn, his mess kit, gas mask container, Kar 98. You could actually use this guy for just a rifleman as well. He has nothing that's really differentiating him from being an assistant gunner. That's the first team. And the second team, this guy molded very well. Almost no flashing on him. A little bit of sloppiness right there. I don't even know if it's flashing or if it's just bad sculpting, but right around his neck right there. See how I use a chopstick or a little toothpick here. Yeah, right there he has some little nasty molding lines right there. Should be cleaned up with a round file, no problem. And then he also has the ammunition case for the 5cm mortar. And then here's the other mortar man. Interestingly enough, he does not have a rifle. So I think by doctrine they would have had a rifle or a pistol. He does not have either. So not a big deal. I got plenty of extra rifles. If I really want to have a rifle, I'll just throw one next to him. But yeah, he's also gas mask canister, bread bag, trenching tool. Pretty well equipped. So so that's the first ones I got. And then I got these guys right here, which are the kneeling. I got these kneeling riflemen to add to machine gun teams. One of my biggest pet peeves about Warlord is that they have 1 or 2 men less than what should be in a weapons team. They only have 3 guys in a medium machine gun team. It should be 4. They should have 4 guys in a 8cm mortar team. They only have 3. And then the AT guns are even worse. A Pack 36 only has 3 guys. Should have 4 at least, if not 5. So I'm going to use these guys to plus up some of those weapon teams. These guys look really good. Almost no problems with them. Once again, they got the assault kit on them with the Zelt band and the carrier there. See if you see that. Really good pose. Yeah, it looks good. Good early war little addition right there. Put him with a machine gun team. You got this guy that's kind of more at the low ready. That other guy was at the high ready. Different pose, pretty much same equipment on him. And then we got this guy who's actually shouldered, ready to fire. And the sculpts are just really crisp. Like the shoulder straps are really raised. You know, that's my big gripe on the plastic warlords, is that a lot of them, and maybe I can get one here, is that the shoulder straps are, there's like almost no detail to them. So you just kind of like, you paint it in essentially. I mean, they're technically molded there, but the molding is really fine. We got a little bit of flashing on this guy. This is the last guy in the 4-man pack. He's doing a reload, it looks like. Pretty cool pose. He has a little bit of flashing on his helmet, and then just a tiny bit there on his gas mask canister. Nothing major. The rest of him is really nicely molded. I really like it. Online they look fat, like they look like obese infantrymen, but they're not. I think they're proportioned very well, and they'll fit in with warlord stuff very well too. So just to compare them to warlords plastics, I got this Soldaten right here. I don't have any naked plastics. All my guys are painted, but you can see here, there's his Y straps for his belt that I just painted in there, and like they're a little bit raised, but not crazy. These ones are definitely going to be a lot easier to paint. So I got this guy all painted up. He's all good and ready to go. And then I got Riflemen and side caps. I got these guys for some variety. Some of my dudes, I just showed you one of them, are kind of like in a forward marching stance, and they have their side caps on, their overseas caps. It's kind of how these guys are. To note, some of these guys, they don't have... This guy has his collar open, which is interesting. So definitely in a more marching stance there, but he kind of has his weapon at the ready though. He kind of has it at like port arms, I guess. And I don't know. I feel like he should probably have his collar more buttoned up. And he also doesn't have they don't have the National Eagle molded on them. So I know my Germans, my metal warlords from the 105 howitzer, they all have the National Eagle molded on them. This guy I particularly like him. Has some longer hair there. A little bit of flashing on his hand. Nothing crazy. He's also at port arms. Has his helmet on his belt. No cap on. So I actually like him. His equipment, his pockets are really raised. They're really good detail. Like the pockets, the collar, the Y straps, and his fighting equipment all have like really good raised detail on them. So these guys should paint up really nicely. It's my first time doing this, so I'm trying to, there we go, trying to showcase these guys off the best way I can, get everything in focus. And so this is another guy, once again at port arms, kind of a weird angle. His body's like turned. He's like walking in one direction, turned in the other. A little bit of flashing around the rifle. He does not have a helmet on his equipment, so this is interesting. So he has no helmet whatsoever. I probably would have liked to see a helmet on his belt, because all my guys that I do with the overseas cap, the side cap, as it was known in the German army. I always glue the helmets on their belts, like you see them in the photographs. So I won't be able to do that. I mean, I might be able to glue a plastic one on them. And then we got same thing with this guy. It's the first time I've looked at him. He has his little cap. Looks like he's messing with the safety on his weapon there. Actually, a pretty cool pose. Yeah, looks like he's like trying to turn the safety with his thumb there on the bolt. A little bit of flashing on the gas mask canister. No helmet though on his gear. His sleeves are rolled up. Really nice detail. His shoulder boards are nicely defined as well. So, and then I got 2 more packs, although one's a duplicate. So, and that's these German Riflemen. Unfortunately, the guy on eBay didn't have their other German Rifleman set, because there's 2. The Crusader has 2 different German Rifleman sets. They have a 1 and a 2, and he only had my compressor. He only had the number 1 set. So hopefully maybe I'll order something from Crusader. They also have a good ancient and medieval line, so maybe I'll place an order with them and get the other set. This guy looks like he's doing the same thing as that last guy. He has his safety on, or he's messing with his safety, but he also has his helmet on. No side cap. He has all of his marching kit on. Pretty cool. This guy's doing a reload. Looks like he's pushing in a stripper clip into his weapon there. Yep, nice full fighting kit there. Nice crisp folds in the clothes, so you'll be able to do some good highlighting. A little bit of flash on the top of his helmet. Be easy to file down. This guy looks like he's doing an aggressive walk. More or less the same. And then I believe, nope, this guy is kind of like at the high ready without his sleeves rolled up. So there's technically, there are no duplicates in any of these. It's 4 figures. They're all unique, varied. And I just wanted to finish this one off by comparing one of the Warlord medals. I got a Warlord Pack 36 kit here, just so you can kind of get a gauge with your own eye how they actually fit in. Alright, you can see the Warlord guy. I actually do like their medals. He has some flashing on his hand there. Looks like he has a giant thumb. We'll compare him to a kneeling man. Oof. I don't know if I can, how I'm going to do this. We're learning on the fly. So size-wise, they are very similar. The Crusader might be slightly beefier. Just slightly. This guy doesn't want to stand up. Do a close-up here. His detail is definitely a little bit more softer. Still some really good detail, but I feel like it's soft, especially the uniform. Not bad. I definitely prefer Warlord's metals to their plastics, 100%. But you can see this guy, I just feel like he's a lot more crisp. I don't know how well the camera's showing up on it right there, but I feel like he's a lot more crisp. Of course, this guy doesn't want to stand up for me, and I don't have my file handy. So, anyways, that's the, oh my gosh, I had to pick one that didn't want to stand. That's the comparison there between the Warlord and the Crusaders. you know, relatively the same size there. Nothing too major. So if you're thinking about giving Crusader a go, I would recommend them. They get my stamp of approval. I'll probably order a couple more of their World War II sets. I need to get another medium machine gun. I want to get their second Rifleman set, and then maybe another set of kneeling. So, like always, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'll respond to them.